Okay, let's talk about AI and jobs. We all see the headlines, right? This
Yeah.
constant narrative predicting, AI is just going to steal jobs.
Hmm.
But maybe, just maybe, that story is missing something big, a kind of counterintuitive opportunity.
I think it absolutely is. Today, we want to cut through some of that noise.
Explore a deeper truth.
Exactly. Because for a lot of people, their first real taste of AI is through consumer products, maybe some app on their phone.
And that seemed to amplify the fear.
It does. What I call the scare memes. Pessimism grabs headlines.
Hmm.
But AI expert Kartik, his work suggests the impact is way more complex than just one-for-one replacement.
Okay.
It reminds me a bit of how people misunderstand immigration's effect on wages sometimes. It's dynamic, not just a simple swap.
Right, not a static conversion rate.
Precisely.
And that's really our mission for this deep dive. We want to use Kartik's insights to unpack this dynamic.
Yeah.
Because really getting how AI changes human work, that's surely the first step to using it for profit, finding new possibilities. So Kartik points out something interesting. The job losses that get all the attention, they tend to happen at the lower end of AI productivity.
That's right. That's spot on. Think about those robot waiters maybe you've seen.
Yeah, I've seen clips.
Kartik mentions maybe a pink robot waitress, something very visible. This robot might be, say, 1.2 times more productive.
Because it doesn't need breaks.
Exactly. No breaks, no benefits. It's a direct, very visible replacement. You can point right at it.
And that fuels the fear narrative.
Totally. But, and this is key, it doesn't fundamentally change the restaurant's business model, right? It just makes it slightly more efficient.
Okay, so slight gains mean direct replacement, high visibility, lots of fear. But what happens when AI isn't just slightly better? What about huge leaps? Exponential capability.
No, that is where it gets fascinating. This is Kartik's critical distinction.
Go on.
He argues that once you get beyond maybe doubling human productivity, the entire business model just shifts fundamentally.
Do you give an example?
Sure. Take Stanford's hyper-specialized computer vision AI. It analyzes incredibly complex astrophysical images.
Okay.
It does it in 1 second. 1 second. A human astrophysicist, that used to take them 4 months.
4 months. That's
10 million times faster. But here's the kicker.
right.
It's hyper-specialized. It does that one thing. It's not some general AI taking over everything.
Right. So the obvious question then, common sense says, well, there go the astrophysicists' jobs.
That's what you'd think.
But Kartik's research found something else entirely, didn't it?
It really did. His conclusion. A clear no. It did not eliminate those jobs.
Oh.
Because the AI's sheer speed created a massive increase in the demand for more images, people realized what was possible.
So more data was needed.
Exactly. Which led to building new radio telescopes. And that created more jobs for astrophysicists doing the parts AI couldn't, the analysis, the interpretation, and even for construction workers.
Wow. Okay.
So for you, the listener, think about this in radiology. Imagine AI analyzing MRI, CT scans with that kind of speed and accuracy.
Costs would have to plummet.
Dramatically. Suddenly, annual preventative screenings might become affordable, totally viable.
Which means much earlier cancer detection.
A vastly improved health outcomes. And the radiologist, their job doesn't vanish. It pivots. They guide the AI, they handle the really complex, nuanced cases the AI flags.
Okay, this shifts the whole perspective.
Yeah.
Which leads us to Kartik's core message, his call to action almost.
Yeah.
Instead of just sitting back hoping your job is safe, you need to think like an entrepreneur.
Precisely. Kartik, coming from his AI expert background, basically says, look, gleefully, that's his word, at the functions that are easily automated.
Like things on those McKinsey charts showing automation potential.
Exactly those. Look at stuff like data entries, scheduling, even some analysis, and build new businesses around automating them.
How does that work?
Well, he gives this great example. Imagine a business idea. Say, it brings in $3 million revenue, but costs $4 million to run. That's a $1 million loss, right?
Yeah.
Not viable.
Right. Dead in the water.
But what if AI could slash those operational costs, maybe down to $2 million? Suddenly, that same $3 million revenue gives you a $1 million profit.
Wow. So AI makes impossible businesses possible.
That's the core idea. Businesses that simply couldn't exist before can now actually thrive. They generate new revenue, new economic activity, and ultimately, Kartik argues, more jobs spread throughout the economy.
That's quite a reversal from the doom narrative.
Isn't it? He flat out says AI automating work is, and I quote, the closest thing to free money that can ever exist for an entrepreneur.
Free money.
Because it drives down costs so dramatically, it fuels competition, it expands markets, it creates wealth. That's the engine he sees.
So wrapping this up, Kartik's expert view gives us this really transformative way to see AI. It's not just replacement. It's about fundamentally changing how businesses work, opening up completely new economic playing fields.
It really is. And that leaves, I think, a crucial question for you listening right now. Instead of worrying about AI taking your job, how can you internalize this way of thinking?
Entrepreneurial mindset.
Yeah. How can you, knowing what Kartik suggests, use AI to automate things, maybe build something new, generate value in ways that were impossible even 5 years ago?
It's a powerful economic force, no doubt.
It is. How are you going to harness it? For the rest of your life, really. Something to think about.
Definitely something to think about. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive.